and Lucia Rijker, Marcela Acuna for the vacant super lightweight title on the deuce.
Have you ever bought a new computer, then had a question about it, and then you asked your spouse and your kid, and it was 7 o'clock, and the computer store was closed, and the guy next door who knows everything about computers was on vacation? Why not get help 24 hours a day? Go to Dell. We've won PC Magazine's award for desktop reliability and service 3 years in a row. Right now, you can get a Dell Dimension computer powered by an Intel Pentium 2 processor at 350 megahertz. You'll get a 13.6 gig hard drive with enough storage to use neat stuff like digital cameras. Plus, you'll get a 17-inch monitor, a 40x variable CD-ROM for fast access, Altec Lansing speakers with subwoofer, and it comes preloaded with Microsoft Windows 98 with Home Essentials and Money 98 to do, oh boy, taxes. It's a good thing it only costs $18.99. Dell Dimension with an Intel Pentium 2 processor at 350 megahertz. Just $18.99. To order, go directly to the source. Dell, be direct.
Welcome back to Foxwoods Casino in Connecticut. Bob Papa along with Al Bernstein. ESPN2's Friday Night Fights. Round 2 underway between Lucia Rijker and Marcela Acuna. At stake, the WIBO super lightweight title. Punches in round 1.
I mentioned that the jab was important for Rijker. 14 of those 21 punches landed for her were jabs. Acuna only landed 1, so that's part of the reason why Rijker got off to a very good start there. And, you know, I said she's not that quick a starter. That's not the best of Lucia Rijker, what you saw in round 1. It always takes her a couple rounds before she really starts to set down on all her punches, throw them with precision, so you will see better than what you saw in round 1. Acuna trying to get that overhand right in, and has gotten in a couple of them.
What I'm amazed with, you take someone like Acuna, who has 19 kickboxing bouts under her belt, champion in Argentina. She rips off the right hand, misses with a lazy right. Now she turns pro as a boxer. How do they refrain from using their feet?
I know, you would think that by instinct they would. My theory is that most kickboxers only use their feet anyway because they have to. Most of the kickboxing matches I've seen, I'm sure there may be kickboxing aficionados out there that may take issue with me, but it's always been my impression. We've had many boxers that have come on here from the kickboxing world, and they're kind of relieved not to have to use their feet.
One less thing to get hit with.
Or to have to think about using. Rijker has not sat down with her left hook yet. That's her big power weapon.
Up to the end of round number 2. Lucia Rijker and Marcela Acuna from Foxwoods Casino, Nantucket, Connecticut. Back after this timeout.
Neil, did you eat your chunky soup?
Huh?
Neil, did you eat your chunky soup?
Yeah, man. Chunky sirloin burger with loads of vegetables and lots of beefy sirloin burgers, grilled to perfection.
Neil, did you eat your chunky soup?
Why do you keep saying that? Mama.
Gotta make sure you eat good.
Campbell's Chunky Sirloin Burger.
It's loaded with beef.
Hornaday and Sprague have been kings of the Craftsman Truck Series. Now a new format means every race is up for grabs. With 5 races to go, there's new fuel for the fire in Martinsville. The Napa 250, tomorrow at 3:30 on ESPN.
A magazine's success starts with the riders.
What's on Barry Sanders' mind? Get me inside the head of the greatest running back ever. Is this Yankee team the best of all time? And what's the scoop on Chief Sackman Derek Thomas? Printed, baby!
30-year-old Lucia Rijker begins round number 3 against Marcela Acuna. Bob Papa along with Al Bernstein. Welcome back to ESPN2's Friday Night Fights. At stake, the WIBO Super Lightweight Championship, which is vacant right now. We take a look at punch numbers through 2 rounds.
And there's Rijker dominating, but landing only 33%, and I think she'd like to do better than that. She's been falling back on some of her punches, especially the hooks, not stepping in with that shot. Sometimes Lucia stands a little bit too straight up and doesn't bend when she throws the left hook, and that creates a problem for her.
6 of her 10 knockouts have come between rounds 3 and 5. You mentioned that can be a slow starter at times, although she does have the 4 first-round knockouts. See if she picks up the pace.
And certainly she's winning these rounds. But you raise expectations, I think, when people start labeling you the best this, the best that. And every time out, you're supposed to be devastated. Now, in her case, what redeems her, nice right hand by Acuna, is sometimes she can land just one punch. And all of a sudden, boom, there it is. The fight's over. Lisa Ested was doing fairly well against her until she got whacked with one big shot. There's the hook. See, now she's getting leverage on it. But Acuna lands her own hook. I don't think Acuna has the power to hurt Rijker. See, there is Rijker getting in position to throw that big left hook. But Acuna is having herself a pretty decent third round here.
Come to the end of round 3, scheduled for 10. Lucia Rijker and Marcela Acuna fire off punches to end the round. Well, join us Saturday on ABC Sports for college football. In game 1, except on the West Coast, Michigan State faces off against Michigan in the big interstate rivalry. Wake Forest battles Clemson live at noon Eastern. Then at 3:30 Eastern, USC takes on the Seminoles of Florida State, or Washington tackles the Cornhuskers of Nebraska. At 4 p.m. Pacific, for our West Coast viewers only, Washington State collides with California. Check your local listings and check it out on ABC Sports. Call your cable or satellite company for games available on pay-per-view. Still to come, tonight's main event. Dana Rosenblatt will square off against terrible Terry Norris for the vacant IBA middleweight championship. Rosenblatt 32-1, 23 knockouts. The only loss to Vinny Pazienza back in 1996, a fight in which Rosenblatt was dominating, Al.
He really was handling Paz and then got nailed with one big punch. And that fight could have been a round or two away from being stopped in Rosenblatt's favor because of a cut that Pazienza had. I am so looking forward to the Rosenblatt-Norris fight later on this evening. I just think it's going to be really an interesting battle.
Take a look at punch numbers in round 3 of this bout.
Now, you see, I said Acuna having a better round for herself, even though she didn't win it. She did land more punches. You can see as this fight has gone on, Rijker has continually closed the distance. Oh, nice overhand right by Acuna. Rijker has closed the distance between the two, trying to land the